Hi, I'm Michael Crossan, automotive technician here at Consumer Reports, and we're in the shop at the Automotive Test Center, and this is the 2023 Mercedes-Benz EQE 350 4MATIC SUV. We purchased this vehicle anonymously for our test program, just like we purchase all of our test vehicles. We paid $84,690, that includes more than $5,000 in options. So this name is a mouthful. EQ is what Mercedes calls their electric vehicles. The E on the end of EQE is indicating this is a mid-size vehicle, similar in size to an E-Class sedan. The 350 refers to a powertrain number. It's sort of a legacy throwback. It really has nothing to do with this particular vehicle. In fact, this vehicle makes 288 horsepower and 564 foot-pounds of torque, and that's a really strong torque number. 4MATIC is Mercedes-Benz all-wheel drive system, and then they add that SUV on the end to let us know that it is in fact an SUV and it's not a sedan like the EQE sedan, its sibling. All right, so let's be honest. On an electric vehicle, charging rate and range are probably the two most important things. That's what everybody always asks me. What about these electric vehicles? How far can I drive on and how long does it take to charge? Mercedes-Benz says this car can go 253 miles on a single charge, and of course we know that that number can differ in the real world. So with our 170 kilowatt charge rate on fast charge, it is a little bit lower than some other electric vehicles we see out there on the market. But one nice thing Mercedes has done, in their navigation software, they've included a route optimization feature. So when you plug in your destination, the software will figure out the most efficient way to get you from where you are to where you're going, hopefully to minimize any kind of need for charging while out on the road. So the interior of this two-row SUV is a pretty nice place to be. We've got a leather-wrapped steering wheel that is heated. We have touch capacitive buttons. And on one hand, that's great. That way you don't have to take your hands off the steering wheel to make selections and changes as you're going down the road. However, these are a little bit tricky to use. It's often very easy to make a wrong selection. They're just a little bit finicky, and it definitely has a little bit of a learning curve. So you're gonna wanna play with those before you really get out on the road and learn how they work. So this vehicle has the 12.3-inch display, not the big Hyperscreen that we have seen from Mercedes and other models. We really like this one though. It's really easy to use with one hand, and not only does it control all of your infotainment, but it has a lot of the vehicle settings and things too. So in here, we can manage lighting, for example. And that's another a key feature of this vehicle. You can really customize the interior to sort of whatever suits yourself or your mood in that day. The Mercedes-Benz Hyperscreen is available in this model. We've tried it in the EQS sedan and we didn't love it. It's overwhelming, it's difficult to use, and we really do appreciate the size of this one. You can pretty much use one hand to do all of the functionality that you need to do. So I moved to the back seat of this vehicle. I left the front seat exactly where I had it when I was in the driver's seat. I've got plenty of headroom, plenty of leg room in front of me as well. Very easy to get in and out of. A second adult back here would be no problem at all. If you put 3 adults back here, I could definitely see it getting a little crowded. So like all of our test vehicles, we put 2,000 miles on them before any of our testing begins. So at this point, as I'm standing here, we have just about 800 miles on this vehicle. We're already starting to see some wear and tear on the driver's seat. It's basically transfer, what seems to be off of jeans. The dye from blue jeans is starting to transfer itself onto that leather. So this is definitely a consideration if you're thinking about choosing a light color interior on any vehicle. So one of the things we do in our test process is we measure all of this cargo space. So we'll know exactly how much stuff we can put back here. But one thing you can't count on this vehicle is a frunk. We know some electric vehicles have that. You can get a few extra bags up front, but this one doesn't have that. In fact, Mercedes doesn't even let you open the hood on this vehicle. It requires a special tool at the dealership. So we're seeing this on a lot of electric vehicles. A lot of them are showing up with summer tires on them. And we feel that's because they're lower rolling resistance to help out the range of these electric vehicles. So when we bought this EQE, we chose an additional package that's getting us the latest and the greatest from Mercedes-Benz in terms of all these driver safety systems. The feature we're most looking forward to testing is this advanced driver monitoring system. This is a system that monitors the driver to make sure that they're paying attention while they're using all the advanced safety features on the vehicle. We're going to be able to test that out on our test track. We have a dedicated ADAS loop where we can take this vehicle, drive it, and put all these systems to the test to see exactly how they work. We're really excited about getting this vehicle up to that 2,000 mile mark. We have more than 50 tests that we're going to perform on this EQE. Acceleration, braking, handling, and ride comfort. Check back on consumerreports.org for all of our final test results and vehicle rating on this EQE.